Hello everyone and welcome to the Housing and Construction channel. This channel is where all your housing needs are addressed. I am Bash, your host, and with me here today is an esteemed and noble man in the person of Mr. Kwadwo Saka, Managing Director of Saka Homes, and also recently on the expedition from Accra to London. He was part of the noble men that took that trip. Thank you very much for joining us today, Mr. Mesa.
Thank you. I like the noble introduction. I'm a very troublesome man.
For a trip like that, from Accra to London by land, that's a very interesting feat to achieve. You know, if you are not noble, then I don't know how you're able to do that.
We never saw it as so. We just saw it as doing the things we love to do. That is travel and drive. But with all the joy that has brought people and the country and all the accolades that we've got, it's woken us up to realize that what we did wasn't a joke. I look back at the journey, it was epic.
Wow.
It was something that we will never forget and hopefully something that we'll do again.
Yeah, it's a very interesting feat to achieve and congratulations.
Thank you.
But before you continue to more questions on the trip, on our way here, I noticed, the name of this place is 1977. I'm curious to know the reason behind, this peculiar name for such an estate.
Well, at Saka Homes, one of the things that we try to do is to be unique.
Yeah.
And a couple of years back, we realized that if we identify our estates by years, we'll be different and we'll stand out. I bet you now, when you are driving anywhere and you see a 19-something, it's the Saka Homes people. Yeah. So that's the whole idea.
Wow.
With our partners who give us the land and this, for instance, 1977 is the birth year of our operations manager, Johnny Pipa.
Okay.
He's the one who supervised the development of this place, and we put his year of birth on the estate.
Yeah.
We've done one for the marketing manager and all sorts. So maybe we can do one for the construction channel. The HNC estates, it will be a partnership with us and the housing and construction.
But how you are using, the years? I'm sure my birth year can be a nice.
Oh, definitely. If we haven't already used it, because sometimes what happens is that some years come up and we've used them already.
Yeah.
We are yet to come up with a way where we will reuse the years, but I'm sure the marketing team will develop something when we get there. For now, we've used about, I think about 10 different years. So there's more to use.
So besides 1977, what are some other years that?
We have the 83, we have the 34, we have the 1940 gardens.
1934.
We have the 95, we have the 98. We have the 54, we have the 34. Yeah. These are what
that's very, very peculiar.
Yeah,
Very peculiar.
It makes us different.
Yeah. So as a real estate developer, at what point in time did you decide to, pursue this journey or take on this?
The originator of this trip is a developer, Kwadwo Saka.
Okay.
He and I have been friends for years. He's actually one of the people who brought me into the business. And looking at the Accra-London trip, you might think that is the first time we're doing something like this. No, we are adventurous.
Yeah.
We went to climb Kilimanjaro. We climbed Afajato. We've driven across Ghana countless times. We've driven onto the West Africa.
Yeah. So that means there are more of these expeditions.
We've been doing this for a long time. Okay. It's what we use to relax and reduce our stress. Yeah. We're always looking for new ideas, new opportunities, and we realize that travel affords us that opportunity. So we love to travel. So it's something, it's our lifestyle. That's how come we formed the group Wanderlust. Wonder is for wandering around, and the last is because we love to wander. That's why the group is called Wanderlust.
On your journey as a real estate developer, are there any challenges you've encountered, or even if you encountered any? What is any particular challenging?
Well, as for that, then the whole show will be about the challenges, because this business, when you're doing it particularly in Africa or Ghana, it's as if you are climbing a Faja too.
Yeah.
From land issues to land guard issues to land litigation, from instability in foreign currency. You know, most of these houses are indexed to the dollar,
Yeah.
but most of the people who buy make their income in cities. So when there's instability, people cannot plan to buy. That slows the market. You can have an estate sitting down for months or a year or more when you should have sold and made your money. So that's one of the main challenges we have. Also, most of our inputs are imported. So there too, we deal with foreign exchange losses. And basically, we are just hanging by a thin thread now, especially considering how things are now. But generally, I'll say that the main challenge is land and land litigation issues.
Okay. How about your client management,
That one, you know,
client
over the
relations?
years,
Yeah.
we've come to accept that it's the client who makes the business. So we find a way to deal with them.
Yeah.
We find a way to manage them. Basically, without them, there isn't us.
Yeah.
For Saka Homes particular, we thrive on the client experience because most of our sales are by referral. It's people who've bought from us who mention to others or bring others to buy. So it's very key that we have a good relationship with the people that we live in. The estates that we've built, the 99, which is around the corner, and all the others, we go in every time.
Yeah.
I was in Shotoville this morning. I go there, we sold Shotoville some 6 or 7 years ago.
Okay.
I went there to visit someone, it's 23 houses. I saw some people, I called them, greeted them. I'm sure if the house wasn't good, like, I would chop slap before I go live there. So generally, we consciously try to maintain a good rapport between us and the clients.
Yeah. And you also mentioned you are very adventurous, with your colleagues, Is there any way where in any of your adventures, your trips, or something you saw somewhere informed anything you do in the real estate world?
Oh, 100%. That's the essence of our travel. If you look at our houses, in my initial first few years in real estate, a lot of the influence was from South Africa.
Okay.
So we do wooden gates.
Did you also drive there?
No, we didn't drive, but
okay.
I used to go there a lot, Cape Town, Joburg, and you realize that we do a lot of, we introduce the open plan concept where some of the kitchens are open.
Yeah.
We put wood in our walls. It's something that we brought from South Africa. We automate our gates with Centurion. It's something that we got from our travel to South Africa. The automated locks we use on our main doors now is something that we discovered visiting America.
Yeah.
It's facial recognition, fingerprint,
okay.
that sort of thing. So generally, travel exposes us and opens our minds up to different information, different concepts, and we try and incorporate them into our housing here. We have an Airbnb that we run in East Legon. The idea came from travel. Okay. That's how we found out about Airbnb. Yeah. We found a unique way where they do it, and we tried to build similar in East Legon. That's in the 1995, where we give them out for short lets.
Wow. Then I'm very sure for one of your future expeditions to come, I have to find a way to sneak in and...
you need money.
I need money.
Yeah, that's the part that people don't talk about when it comes to the expedition.
Yeah.
You need money.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
Yeah.
If you are going to London, $1,000 you can get to London.
Yeah.
If you want to drive to London, assuming you even use a Corolla, you might need 10 times or 15 times that money to go.
Yeah. The journey of real estate, the journey of adventure. Yes, like you said, these paths are bound to cross. And from the experiences, they've informed certain things you've done. So now for this very estate, or for your approach to real estate, what sets Saka Homes apart, for your approach?
One of the things that sets us apart is our use for technology. We are trying to introduce a lot of AI into our homes. ACs that you can turn on when you're not even home. Yeah. Let's say you're on your way home, you can use your phone to switch on your AC. As I mentioned, facial recognition locks that help you go in. We build the houses such that aeration is well centered, the windows are well positioned. Yeah. we also build it well. That's where our focus is, to build a house that 10 years from now, if we are invited to come to a party in that house, we don't have to hide. We're very competitive when it comes to price. And when it comes to location, I always say that in the current real estate market, when it comes to location and price, we're a leader. So we give you a good location at a decent price.
What are some of the factors that influence the location?
Well, for us, it would have to be preferably in a developed neighborhood. Tarred roads are essential to us. We like to develop in areas where there are paved roads. If there's good water, excellent. If there's no water, we introduce a borehole. So water, electricity, because we build small communities between 6 and 24 houses, we can come into an existing area, break down a couple of houses and put a community in there. That's what we specialize in.
Yeah. So from what you are saying, it looks like you really have the client at heart. Do you by chance live in the homes yourself as well?
We've lived in some before. We have some of our investors living in some. And as I tell you, the estates that we build, it's not like we build the estate and you won't see us again.
Yeah.
Day in, day out through our normal lives. Because when people come and buy from us, we forge bonds, we form relationships. Their child is born, they will invite you for an outdooring.
Yeah.
It's their birthday, they'll invite you for a party. Yeah. If they don't invite me, they'll invite one of my managers of sorts. So if we don't build well for them, we cannot go when we are invited. We cannot call on them. So we make sure that we do a decent job, that when we are called 5 years or 10 years after the matter, we can still enter that estate confidently.
Yeah, that's very inspiring. So right now we are here at, one of your products of Saka Homes, 1977. So can you tell us about this residential development?
The 77 has 6 houses. There are 3-bedroom houses with 1-bedroom boys' quarters. Every house has 4 slots for parking. Okay. The houses are wired for a generator. There's a water tank and a poly tank. Every room has an AC. The kitchen comes fitted with an oven, gas cooker, washing machine, and a fridge. Yeah. There are cameras in all the houses. Okay. So even when you are not home, you're able to connect on your phone to see what's going on in your house or what's going on in your estate. And this is North Legon. It's one of the best places you can stay in Accra. All the roads are tarred. You can connect easily through the New Gimpa Road. You can connect through the Legon campus, or you can connect through the highway that runs from Tetakwashi to Ibri.
Wow. After hearing this, I think I want to live here.
You should. You should, sincerely. If you live here, you're about 15 minutes from everything that is good in Accra.
Yeah, North Legon, a very good point. And I noticed your material choices are also quite quality.
As I mentioned to you, we've been doing this for a while. We've been in this business for close to 15 years.
15 years.
So the lessons we've learned, one that is very key, is to build homes that we will have no regrets. Because the last thing you want is for a homeowner to call you and complain about a product you've used or something that you've used. You don't want that. And when you go back, it makes it more expensive. Because the guys we contract to do this, if you have to get them to come and fix something, it's difficult, and the next thing you know, it messes up the relationship. So you might actually do it well from the onset, Papa Preku, so that you don't have any challenges.
Yeah. So besides the names, which are peculiar to the years, are there specific, because I see some interesting color choices for the painting finish. Are there specific colors that identify Saka Homes?
Unfortunately, we have moved away from that.
Okay.
Up until 3 years ago, most of our houses would have been white, red, and black. But times are changing now. People are more into the browns, the grays. So we've introduced that in this particular estate. But what we've done that is quite different is that if you notice, in every porch, we give a different color. If you come and you don't like, say, this lemon and you want another color, we'll do the drawing for you to see. We'll do a picture. If it works well, we'll change it for you. Oh. So we allow, that's where the individuality comes into the houses. You are allowed to change these colors to suit you. But the main frame, the brown and the gray, that's the estate's color.
Yeah. Interesting. So I know there are also some future plans ahead. So regarding the journey of your real estate, are there some future plans or projects,
Oh, yes, we're constantly building. We build all over Accra.
Yeah.
We are in East Legon, we are in West Legon, we are in North Legon, we are in Ajerigano, we are in Hacho, we are in Abelinkpe, and at the moment we are in Cantonments.
Okay.
So we have small communities scattered all over. We intend to do that for the next few years. In North Legon, we have one of the biggest that we have ever done yet coming up. We have a development that will have 36 homes. We are going to launch it sometime in November, and that's what we are working towards at the moment.
And I'm sure one interesting question that most clients out there will be looking for is in terms of price. I'm sure you're offering something very good.
We range between the equivalent of $150,000 to $300,000 in all our developments, from Oyarifa to Ability.
Okay, regardless of the type of buildings we put up.
So we have the 150s in Oyarifa, in the West Legon, North Legon, Hacho area, you get something between 200 and 245.
Okay.
In West Legon, we have a 300. In Abelinkpe, we have a 390. Then in Cantonments, we have real money.
Exactly, Cantonments is,
And the Cantonments one there is real money.
Yeah.
Real money.
Yeah. Wow. Well, that's fine. Thank you very much.
Thank you too for making time to come. It's my ardent hope that this will begin a relationship between the housing and construction channel and ourselves.
Yes.
Because we are constantly building, I'm hoping that we can forge a relationship that will be mutually beneficial for both brands.
Yes, indeed, we will. But before you go, one more question I want to ask is, so on your trip to London, when you were on the road, how was the experience?
It was wonderful, When I was telling them, when I look back at the trip, every bit of it was memorable.
Yeah.
At Wanderlust, we have a saying that the journey is the destination. Do you understand it?
That means
we are leaving Accra to London.
Yeah.
A lot of people will be focusing on London, but for us, it's the space between Accra and London.
The process.
That is the journey.
Yeah.
The scenes we experience, the hotels we sleep in, the people we meet, the challenges we face on the journey.
Yeah.
It's all of these that come together to form the journey.
Yeah.
For instance, on this Accra to London trip, we saw some Fulanis migrating. If you know about the Fulanis, they are nomadics. They don't stay in one place.
Exactly. Yeah.
So today they are here, tomorrow they are here, but you've never envisaged how they move. We've read about it or seen it. This is Fulanis numbering a couple of dozens, and they had donkeys. The ladies and the children were on the donkeys. They've built a big basket at the back of the donkey that is cutting their stuff. Then a few kilometers from them, we found the men moving the head of cattle and sheep. And it was movement time. So you can see that the ladies are carrying the children and the load, and the men are carrying the cattle for them to move. This we experienced somewhere between Bamako and Kai. And it's one thing that everyone who saw it on this trip will not forget because of where they were doing this. This was a very mountainous ridge, a green ridge where you have green grass sort of all over a ridge, let's say from here to Suhum, a very long ridge. And they had this beautiful grass with stones coming out of it and a few trees. And this is where these guys were seen migrating. That's an unforgettable one for us. We were in the club in Senegal when we encountered El Haj Diop. He was really excited to know that we're from Ghana. He mentioned that Samwajan. We encountered a policeman in Morocco who, once he saw our cars and asked us, and we said we're from Ghana, said Abedi Pele, and gave us a siren escort from our journey from Rabat to Tangimed, where we went to take the ferry to Spain. He was with us for most of the journey. We went to Monaco and had to travel from Monaco to Geneva. One thing that stuck with me is the engineering, how they've been able to bore holes through the mountains. Yeah. These are ridges and mountains, and they've dug tunnels through it. If I'm not exaggerating, we went through more than 100 tunnels between Monaco and Geneva. and high bridges. I'm talking about bridges that are as high as maybe a 20 story building.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's very high.
Very high. You should
That's
check it
very
out.
high.
I'm told that's where they call the Swiss Alps and those things. They dig one tunnel. So one mountain is here. There's a tunnel through it. You come out of it. You think you are flying into there, and you come onto a high bridge. Then it takes you into another tunnel, just like that, all the way. It's awesome. You won't believe that human beings did this, but it's that cynic. It's that even talking about it now gives me some nostalgia, because it's something that I'm waiting and yearning to do again. But I need to make the money first.
Yeah, I mean, for such an exposed person like yourself, I mean, why don't you have such really good homes for your clients? Because
that's why we do this.
Yeah.
To see what is in. For instance, we went to Monaco just to experience what the very rich are experiencing, so that we see how we can use it to the best of our ability in Ghana.
Yeah. Folks, I hope you're enjoying this. Now let's take a trip, to a typical building, in this estate development, and let's see how we are going to enjoy this scene.
On entering this development, we have a hall, then there's an open plan kitchen. I must mention that behind that kitchen is a space for an outdoor kitchen for those of you who like to cook outside. There's a big door on your left, a glass one, that takes you to a garden behind the hall. It's a place where we have some greens. You can sit, chill out, play. You can put a pergola there, whatever you want to do. To the right of it, there's a space for your generator and your poly tank. When we come back into the building, there's a stairway that takes you up. There's a family area on reaching upstairs, and there are 3 bedrooms. All the rooms are en suite. There's a master bedroom and 2 other bedrooms that also have their own toilet and bath. All these rooms have air conditioning in it. There's Wi-Fi provided. It's already wired into the house. All you need is for a service provider to plug you in. We have a guest toilet under the stairs, and we have some storage under the stairs. Descending the stairs and going through the back door of the kitchen, you will find the boys' quarters to your right. We have a decent-sized boys' quarters with a toilet and bath inside there. On the compound, everybody is able to park 4 cars in this 1977 estate, as you can see. And it's a gated community, 24-hour security. There's electric fencing over the wall, and there are video cameras also monitoring. There's a man guard at the gate, and the main gate is also automated. Every house owner has a fob and is able to enter with their car at their own time and under their own control, basically.
All right, thank you very much for that tour, Mr. Adomensa.
Don't mention it, the pleasure is mine.
Thank you. So in a nutshell, what are clients, expected to have? What packages are there?
Oh, basically for clients who want one of our homes, there are various payment plans. When we are constructing, there's the option of depositing a percentage, and by the time we finish, you should have finished paying. These are for people who usually want to pay for themselves. For the ones that are already built, you can come in and share with us a payment plan, how you intend to pay for it. And once it's comfortable, we are comfortable with it, we will agree to it. But key is that you have to finish paying us before you move in. Because we've had a lot of people move into our houses that hadn't finished paying and had not paying, and that's giving us a lot of headaches. So our new policy is that you have to finish paying before you move in. For those who need a mortgage, all the mortgage companies are licensed to provide mortgages for our houses. Our houses usually come with properties that have land title certificates. So you're able to take a mortgage once you have a good income. For people who live in Ghana, for people who live abroad, wherever you live, all that matters is that you have good income and you have a good credit, and the mortgage companies in Ghana are happy to finance your home for you. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. And I'm sure our viewers are very excited to know of these packages as well. So thank you. Thank you, Mr. Adomensa. It's a pleasure to have you. And
the pleasure is mine. I'm actually happy that you made time to do this. Thank you.
Thank you. So there you have it, folks. This brings us to the end of this very lovely discussion we had with Mr. Adomensa, who is none but also the managing director of Saka Homes, and then part of also the noble expedition from Accra to London. Do make sure you stick around next time for more exciting episodes on the Housing and Construction channel. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and don't forget to share. Do make sure you keep your comments coming so we tailor down our content to your need. Ring the notification bell so you are always the first to know when we drop our new videos. My name is Bash and I am your host. Thank you.